I'm taking out spoken like it's not taking it back. I don't know nothing about Mortal Kombat. So.
Bro, you're good. We'll just be silent for like a section of this.
Let me introduce the episode first off. Episode 55, y'all know Static Podcast. I'm your host, the Outchea clone.
Outchea clone.
I'm joined alongside Coop. You hear him in the background. Miles is not here. LQ is not here.
Man, LQ out there west. Out there on the west coast.
Yeah, man. But, however, we did even the odds. We have...
Oh, so you have grossly overqualified and full effects with Lori
and Deja.
Both of them.
There's only two of us, but both of them.
We got the whole show on our show.
Versus only one half, like that one time.
Exactly, man.
Only because I wasn't invited.
Oh, wait. Are we going to call this one Dick Munchers 2?
Yes!
It's only right.
Yes!
That's right. You weren't here for the first installment of Dick Munchers. You totally were.
No, I wasn't. She did not invite me.
She doesn't usually stay up late. We were recording till 12 because it was his
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh, that did happen.
We started at like 10.
Oh, yeah, that's too late.
Exactly.
Do you have on a spec t-shirt?
Oh, this came from Cotton On.
Oh, okay, cool. I saw the logo for spec. I was just like, the phone case gave you a t-shirt? What the fuck?
You getting the sponsorships
I was
already.
like, nice.
Hey, Polar Pop wouldn't do it. Spec did.
Oh my god.
Anyways, how's everybody week, man?
It's been a going. It's Tuesday.
Is
right?
it? Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. I don't know.
I don't either. I have no concept of space or time, so.
I guess it's fine. We have performance reviews.
We do.
Friday.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you're telling on this podcast.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, just go ahead and snitch on yourself.
No, but I'm just saying, like, so yeah, Lori and I are coworkers, so yeah, we got performance reviews coming up at some point this week. They probably gonna take us by surprise, honestly.
They gonna review you at the most inappropriate time.
Like, we're gonna be sitting there like, computers to be like, hey, come here real quick.
Yeah.
No, probably. I mean, we dropped our episode today.
We did.
Ooh, check us out.
Featuring myself.
Yes.
Outchea clone.
Even though
1/4 of our show is on your show?
Yes.
What the?
I told you we need to start doing this so we can get like everybody.
But I mean,
So
you
then
guys
it's like
missed
a
one. You missed-
crossover?
Yeah, you like missed my neighbor while I'm out, so
Bro,
be glad you missed that.
Oh yeah, they had a lot going on. Like I was trying to get into the driveway, and like literally, they were such assholes that they like literally blocked like the part of the driveway where I can actually get in.
Like my driveway, not their driveway, my driveway.
Oh, you want to know what they took out? A bed frame. Not even a nice elaborate one, but one of those like basic ass metal bed frames.
Just like take the shit apart, fold it up, throw it in the back of your car ones?
Yeah. They were taking it out of the moving van. I don't know where they were moving to, but hey.
Like I thought they got evicted because I haven't seen them in a while, but they showed up today.
You sound so upset that they weren't evicted.
They were so wow. I've already had to call the cops on them once.
Oh. They turned you into that.
It was that low.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they're outside arguing. I don't know if someone's got a gun in the house about to kill somebody, so I'm like, can someone please just check that?
Guys, girls, girl, guy.
It's a dude and a girl.
Oh.
Yo, I don't even think he can walk. His leg is like this big.
Okay, so like the guy, he like has a little scooter, right? So he rides the scooter from the door to his car, gets off the scooter, into the car, drives away. When he comes home, he gets back on the scooter and rides to the door.
You should take this.
Wait, please tell me it's like a motorized scooter.
Yeah, it's like one of those prescribed ones.
Like a hover round?
It's not that big.
Not
It's
that
not that big.
Damn
like
it.
It's like literally like, I feel like it's like a ding ding, like a scooter. I feel like
Like
it's
the ones you can get at the grocery store. Like you already plug in and like
Oh,
charge.
those.
Like,
Yes. Yes. There was a lot of pounding in my... All right, anyway. ASMR break.
Yeah, this is a thing. You can partake if you want.
I do. Okay, I don't know what do I have. Let's see what I got in here.
Wait, are keys too loud?
The keys are too loud.
I don't have my acrylics anymore, so I can't. Is that pepper spray?
Yes.
That is. And that...
It's ASMR break.
This is police grade mace.
Wait, is it bear mace? Because bear mace is like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's my mom stole it from them. She's a cop, so she stole it. Well, she didn't steal it. They gave it to her, but then she gave it to me.
Yo,
That's what they used to train them.
Ask your mom if I can get one. Is that long enough? Man, I didn't bring my acrylics this time. I don't have them anymore.
I want want you guys to know that later on when I listen to us recording this podcast, I know how much you guys hate this. And that's why we do it. Taco. Yes! If it was possible, I'd get us all really close to this mic and have everybody swallow.
I'm not swallowing next time.
I hate mouth sounds, so I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I know. It would drive all our listeners crazy, as well as you guys.
But yeah, no, like, so when I moved away, my mom was like, yeah, here, take this. I was like, oh, what is it? She's like, it's mace. They use to train, that's what they use to train, like, her officers. Like, they spray them down with
I
it.
secretly feel like in a drunken rage, I probably would have used that on one of the frat boys at FSU's campus at the store. Get out of the fucking way.
It wouldn't be a rage, it would be necessary.
So bad.
Like, you know, the smell of axe and tequila just doesn't mix, bro.
I mean, I like tequila, but it's spelled X now.
Like, bro, what's the deal here, bro?
Wait, hold on. Y'all been around black dudes who use axe?
Yes, I went to private school, so.
Yeah, she's rich.
Remember
Oh, right!
No, Rich, stop it!
That is sweet.
Okay, she's just mad because I've been to like.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just trying to, like, make you, like, come down to the poor people's lane.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm not. Okay.
It's alright, let's go ahead and compare childhood so we can all find out that you are rich. Because that's what's about to happen.
Okay, this whole thing arose like 2 months ago. She's like, oh yeah, when we go to the gala, I was like, gala? It's like Soulja Boy voice. Like, she's like, you've never been to a gala? Like, she said she's taken so aback. I was like,
to go to that.
Wait,
No, it's
wait.
not.
Were
Like
you
a
saying it
black
like that?
tie
on
You've been to
purpose?
like cotillions.
No, I haven't been. I'm not like southern. Because it's
Bells.
like a southern. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do the coming of age cotillion.
no, that's like, what's it called? It's something specific that's called. Debutante, there we go.
No, I didn't do that either.
Yeah, that's like a specific, that's a
Remember,
certain
I'm
thing.
Caribbean also, so we don't do all that extra.
Nah, but regardless, yeah, so she goes to like these black tie formal galas and thinks that's just totally normal. For
It
people.
was. I went to one. What was
For you,
last year?
exactly.
Last
Okay,
year?
you're a lot like my ex. She, like, her family's Caribbean. But, well, because I fucks with her dad. That's my dog. But he was like a real life paid in full. Like, he was on the island and he was just like, you know what? I'm out. I'm going to go become an optometrist. Left, went to Canada, then came back down. And so now he's like, so now they got like, they're pretty well off. Well, actually, I don't even know how to put this because I secretly think Outchea clone is rich.
I wish.
I mean, you buy fast food like every day.
You
need to start cooking at home, deadass, if you're trying to get an apartment.
Wait, whoa.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Why am I being dragged right now?
know of this? You got someone, you got a job that's not even in the same city that you live in.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
What?
He lives in that other part of where.
You know how many people that happens to though?
In my life,
Like-
you.
It's like,
Nah.
no, that's not that weird. I lived and worked in a different city, but like I'm still all South Florida.
Oh, okay. Well, you're rich ass too. Huh?
It was like a 40.
It's somebody that work at your job that work out of state.
Fair enough. That motherfucker rich.
Again, I am not rich.
Okay.
I've maybe had rich experiences.
Oh yeah, she's like, also, yeah, we used to go to our nights at the opera.
Yeah, we
The
had
opera.
season tickets.
OPERA.
We graduated at the Opera House.
And so, like, listening to that for like 40 hours a week, and then
It's not even 40 hours a week. You
Oh
just
my
randomly
God.
drag me for saying things you're like, that's not normal.
It's not. And then like our other coworker will say,
Got
we're like,
siblings?
okay, you tell us if it's
Yes,
older.
you do,
One older sibling.
brother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, so that means you got to be spoiled too because they already had the fuck up kid, and then you had to.
We're 6 years apart, but I think our experiences were the same. He might have got like more in the aspect of like he got a car versus I didn't get a car.
But someone drove you everywhere.
I mean, my dad dropped me out to school.
Like in high school.
Yeah, they didn't give me a
Like,
fucking
yeah, Lori
car.
didn't have to ride a bus, and it shows.
They don't have buses that charter you, like, depending on where you're living. So, like, let's say this is where my high school is. I lived personally 20 minutes away, but I know people that lived an hour out that would, like, drive in. Like, their parents would drop them off, or they would drive in.
Private school.
Yeah. So, I don't think we have, like, zone.
I don't even know if that's a private school thing because when I went to private school, I drove the bus and our bus driver almost killed us like every day.
They maybe got, like, a bus my senior year, and it held maybe 15 kids.
Now, granted, when I went to private school, I also got driven. But when I was in private school, I was also like 5. So
Preschool to high school.
I was in private school for all of like, I mean, I went to private school here actually, but I went to private school for like 2 years maybe.
The closest I got to private school was technically Catholic school.
Well, yeah, mine was Catholic.
But this was like kindergarten.
That's what I'm saying. I was in public school for all of my actual grades.
Yeah.
It's not that great. I mean, it was a college prep. That's all.
I hate you for your tax bracket.
It's not as high as you think it was, because I mean, like, you know, so like growing up, both my parents worked. That was normal. My mom was an accountant for like the hospital. My dad had his own business. But you know, when the economy crashed, like he had to close shop.
What was his business?
Cultured marble.
Very rich people thing.
No, it was just because like my dad is like artistic or whatever, so he's like.
Name one person who drove a Nissan Altima who came and bought things from your dad.
What do you mean?
Name one person that was a registered nurse lying about getting through school that bought stuff from your dad.
A bunch of people did, because he catered to the Caribbean community also, so a lot of them were like LPNs and stuff. Or like if they're building like new communities, they would call and be like, yo, can you like hook us up with like 20 tubs or some shit?
Oh yeah, let me just get a community full of the shit you sell.
It's like, you know, when they're doing the developmental homes, like when you go to like Orlando and stuff, so think countertops, sinks, and like tubs.
The cookie cutter thing.
Yeah,
okay.
But he would like mix certain colors depending on what you wanted.
You know what? It's like that. I'm not going to listen, guys. I want you guys to know I love both these ladies, but I went to like public school in Philly, like, and not like kinda either. Like,
yeah, I'm
like,
like West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Actually, exactly. not even an exaggeration.
So how was it?
It was Philly. it was, and I'm not like, and not only that, bro. I'm not like from like Lil Uzi Vert Philly. I'm from Beanie Siegel Philly.
Okay.
Like, there's
Wait, what is Lil Uzi Philly?
a whole lot of acceptance and tolerance, and it's weird. Like, I think you go like last time I was home, I visited like. Matter of fact, put it this way: the last time I went home, they tore down the high school I went to.
Jesus.
Well, okay. So in my hometown, my high school also kind of got torn down, but that's not because they did it on purpose. It's because it got destroyed by Hurricane Michael. So
No. Believe me, until I moved here, we all thought hurricanes was some shit y'all was making up.
Were you?
We haven't had like a bunch
like
of
a bad one.
ones.
We have. I mean, like realistically, like in Florida, we were kind of overdue for like a bad one because the last like bad one we had was like in. I think Andrew in like '92.
No, we had that one bad one that
Katrina was pretty bad, but it kind of
I mean, it veered off.
we had that one that like was supposed to hit South Florida, then like veered off, and then like came and hit Tallahassee. Because my dad's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "We just don't have power. I'm fine." It's not Hermine because
Matthew. I think it's Matthew.
I don't know.
But I mean, even still, Matthew was only like a cat too. That's only because Tallahassee has like the infrastructure of like a toddler's bladder. That's the only reason why I was so mad.
Honestly.
No, so like one, I'm clearly from a place where people kill people, and
is that the storm that weathers Philly?
no, that's just Philly. That's just, not only that, but people like so blizzards are like the like oh shit thing.
Yeah.
As far as weather goes.
We have.
But people talk about blizzards in Philly like they were wars. Like
I mean,
people talk about hurricanes the
like
same way. Like my mom. That's okay. No, here's the thing. So from my hometown, like I said, a lot of people stayed because they were like, I survived Opal in '80, whatever. I survived Andrew in '92. I survived Katrina. I'm good. We were all lied to.
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Philly is like so prime example, the blizzard of '96. Like, you see how we just attach a year to the shit?
Yeah.
Like, y'all have a season in which hurricanes are, like, particularly turned up. We just talk about, the whole year is marked by the blizzard for us. So, we missed school for, like, 2 months.
Okay, that's like hurricane days.
Yeah, hurricane.
But you also couldn't get out of your house.
Also like hurricane days.
No.
I mean,
There's debris in front of your house. And it's hard to get out of your street.
Oh,
I mean, we're talking about we're The snow has come, it's at your door, and then it got colder, so now the snow is ice, so now you physically can't open your door. So you got old people dying inside their house because they can't get to the market. You got, keep in mind, the snow is from your door, because think about up north, the steps and the stoops and stuff like that. Yeah. So think about your front door's here. The street's here. So there's snow from here to here. To make it worse, like, my dad, I'll never forget, because at the time my mom and my dad didn't live together. So he was like, it was like, he was supposed to be like dropping you off with like, as like the blizzard like hit. So he like opens the door and looks out and is like trying to push open the door, and he goes, all right, we're just going out through your grandmother's room. So we go upstairs, like out the window, and then like just slide down and then like walk all the way to my mom's house, because they don't even like try to clear the street until like the snow stops. So imagine it snowing like every day for like 3 weeks. And then it starts to melt, but then it's still like December, January, so it's 10 below all of a sudden. So now the melted snow just turns into hard ice. Damn. Then to make it worse, this is before the fact that finally when the city comes out to like plow your street, you know, it's up north, so we all park on the street. So this plow's coming down and just basically taking your already snow-covered car and then pushing more snow on top of it. Then they come out to salt your street, so now you have salt burrowing through your snow, which eventually is going to hit your car paint and just leave these lovely little ringworm marks all over your car's paint job. And of course the city is like, because it's Philly, they're like, oh, you're upset that we got you out of your house so that you can eat.
All right, so Mortal Kombat 11. Which 3 characters?
I mean, you gotta go. There's certain OG characters I always play, like Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Liu Kang. Yes. I'm familiar with their combo system. Like, just hasn't changed in like 20 years. Yes. Johnny Cage is always hilarious. I hate people who are good with katana.
I play with her.
Oh, you about to hate me when Mortal Kombat 11
come out. It just made sense when playing. Like, whenever I just played with her, like that or Scorpion, I was like, good.
I'm trying to think. Who else? If Noob Saibot's in this one,
he is. That's one of my 3.
I'll all be about that noob.
Wait, who's the guy that controls thunder or whatever?
That's Raiden.
Yeah, he's fun to play with if you can figure it out.
Yeah, he's a lot like M. Bison from Street Fighter. Yeah. When you play with him.
Yeah, if you know that move, then you bound to be an asshole the whole
It's a shame that they have not like made that sound any better.
Like, that's the only abstract sound like that Raiden, because Raiden lives up to the whole Thunder God thing, and then once he made that noise, it's like it just throw the whole dynamic off. Yeah.
I didn't play Mortal Kombat till I was 13 because my mom wouldn't let me play violent video games.
You don't have a real system, so shush.
Okay. What do you mean? I had a PS2.
What did you play on PS2?
I played Splashdown Rides Gone Wild.
Okay, you lost me already. I was about to say, because I was about to shoot you some bell because the PS2 is like the GOAT system, but...
No, but honestly, like, it's not because I asked for it. It's because my dad, when he tries to get presents for us, he doesn't know what to get. Because he had 3 girls first, so he never knew what to get. So he's just like, oh, here's a PS2. I was like, thanks, Dad. Mom, what is this?
Splash. What is that about?
Okay, so it's a racing game, and they were on like the, what you call them things, jet skis. So you raced on jet skis and you can do tricks and stuff. And
so like ATV?
This sounds like Jet Moto.
Sounds like SS. What's that game?
Are you about to say SSX Tricky?
No, wait, that's snowboarding. No.
I don't know what any of the fuck that is. But this is what we play. They call them Sea-Doos, and you got to like pick your outfits and shit. And I used to play that game to oblivion until I lost my memory card.
That's like the worst pain, losing a memory card.
Yeah, I also played a Hobbit game that my dad bought me, even though I'd never seen the Lord of the Rings movie. Yeah.
I remember not having a memory card and having to like lead
Start
a game
over
on like
every single time. I remember I didn't get a memory card till Vice City came out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And that's a bad game. That's a bad game you do want to like not have saved. Yeah. Because that's a lot of work.
Oh, listen, my mom's furious about that electric bill. Furious about that electric bill.
I don't know. I just always had an Xbox.
Well, no, it's also because my mom hooked the PS2 up in her room so she could see what I was doing.
Fair enough. See, not only that, but I told people I got to go through, like, in my opinion, like the best era of like video games. Like I started at like the first Nintendo.
I got part of that experience just because of my brother.
Yeah, I got from there all the way up to like now. So like, it's very hard for me to argue against like the Sega and the Super Nintendo because they were incredible.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I think my dad still has a 64.
I have a 64 in my closet.
The 64 disappeared. I don't know where it went.
Yeah, my dad has one. I think.
Listen, I supported Sega through almost every failure, like the 32X, the Sega CD.
I remember seeing that.
The Sega Saturn.
I've only ever had a Dreamcast.
I think I had a Saturn and Genesis.
I had the Genesis, the 32X, my cousins had the Saturn, and I had my cousins also had the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was the shit for two reasons. One, Sonic Adventure. Oh my god, that game was incredible. And number two, Power Stone. And number three, Shenmue.
Speaking of like game systems, did any of you guys ever have like a GameCube?
I did.
No, listen, and for no reason, once Smash Brothers came out, Nintendo was like, okay, we'll sell every system after this as long as we put Smash Brothers out.
Pretty much.
Like, you, like, know this? I maybe know 5 games total on the Nintendo Switch. But I know one of those 5 is Smash Brothers. And that's the whole reason why I want the system. I don't even want it for anything else.
Yeah, Smash took up a lot of my time. Like, when it first came out, like, that was literally my whole life. Also, Ultimate Alliance for the Switch is coming out in July. So, I think that's when I'll be back on it. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Trying to get back.
Is that the 2 new versions?
Yeah.
They're going to objects now?
I think I'm going to get back into it.
They changed the starter Pokemon for that too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I mean, I got to get a.
Are they introducing new Pokemon? How many Pokemon are there now?
Too many. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Too many.
Also, while we on the subject of consoles, did y'all see the thing about the PlayStation 5?
I saw something.
I did, but we're not getting to like 20.
Hold on. They're on a 5?
Is it backwards compatibility or some?
Yeah, it's supposed to be backwards compatible with the 4. Like, you can play 4 games.
But, okay. What more can they do to it at this point?
Well, they said that.
Make it sparkly.
That's one thing.
Dazzle it.
Yeah.
Waterproof.
They said it's going to upscale to 8K.
What?
What? So
Who the fuck has an 8K television?
Won't that force people to buy new TV?
Won't that give you cancer? Hold on.
You're basically turning on like going to a seizure, and then like you'll just be like chasing the high.
8K though.
I mean, I can believe it. The 27-inch like IMAX are 5K.
I don't even have a 5K TV yet, or 4K,
or 3K.
I don't know what I have. I just bought it from Best Buy randomly. The shit was on sale.
I don't know. I got the TV my parents gave me, so.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what they plan on doing with that. But they did say that the launch titles, and arguably and figuratively, because I figured this would happen, The Last of Us 2 is one of the first games that's going to be on PlayStation 5.
So we're really not getting this Last of Us 2 on PS4.
I don't know.
We'll see. If they make another Destiny, maybe.
I feel like if they make another Destiny, it's going to take a lot for me to invest.
First of all, just buy it because it's Destiny.
No. After Destiny 2, I'm good.
No, listen, Destiny 2... This is what I told people.
Still playing it.
You have to give Destiny 2 the same amount of patience you gave the first Destiny. So here's what happened. Remember how heartbroken we were over Halo?
Ooh.
Remember the moment Halo 4 came out and you were like, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is like you.
I had issues when they dropped, what was it, ODST or whatever?
ODST, I had issues with, but it wasn't a bad game.
ODST was good.
Was that when you got the augmenter ability?
Actually, excuse me, I take that back. ODST was weird. Halo Reach was one I actually liked a lot.
Yeah, I love
Reach was the shit. The
Reach
story was incredible.
Yeah. And wait, wasn't Reach the one where you could do... It was like you could finish your campaign, but they did like another online campaign that you can do with people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember playing that with my brother. That shit was fire.
Reach was the shit. Reach was difficult as fuck.
I loved it. Reach was when you could have a woman soldier, right?
Yeah, you have a woman Spartan. Yep.
Yeah, the only thing I would say that was fun about that is like behind the back assassinations. If you were the girl, you like hopped up on the back and like cracked.
Yes.
I was like, ooh, but like when you died, you're like, oh. I was like, this is bullshit. I was like, I know who's a girl.
By the titties?
You could kind of tell by armor, but like it wasn't like as prominent. Like if you were the dude, he was like muscularly like wider versus the girl, she was like slightly more petite.
Yeah, it's not like on Destiny where it's just like, oh, this is a bad bitch in a helmet.
This is why I kind of feel like because earlier I was like looking at gameplay for like Forsaken because I never played Forsaken.
Forsaken
like,
one turned out being really good.
Yeah, I heard, but like it got to a point with Destiny 2 where it was just like I don't feel like doing all this grinding again.
I mean, do you play by yourself or do you play with people? Because Destiny, it's like one of those games like you want to grind by yourself for a little bit, but like you do want to play with a party.
When the first one came out, like I was on it with other people religiously.
Yeah.
We all tried to do the same thing with Destiny 2, but it was just like around the same time we just got burnt out and it was just like we didn't want to do it.
It's because they set the bar really high with the first Destiny. And it wasn't even, it was the thing that I think burnt a lot of people out with Destiny 2 was the weapon rolls. So like on the first Destiny, you could get a gun, I could get the same gun, and it would have completely different like traits and characteristics. Yeah. The fact on Destiny 2, the moment you got a gun, we had the same gun. We had the same exact gun. Like, not only that, but like, Destiny 2's like, whatchamacallits, strikes and things like that were
those stressed me out.
They stress you out, like
because you could hop into it and you'll be like the lowest level. I'm like, wow, I'm not gonna get any points off of this.
Couldn't get carried like you got in Destiny 1. People would just you could just get carried up to the right level.
Exactly, but cool, yay.
Yeah, one was just special all around. Like
my brother actually.
I was dedicated to seeing what Xur had on the weekends. Like I was one of those people when it came to Destiny 1. Destiny 2, it was kind of like, I get to it when I get to it.
I kind of regret that Destiny like came out when I was like in college versus like if I was like in middle school and high school. I feel like it would have been the equivalent to like my Halo, where it's like team battles back to back to back to like 2 a.m. with friends, but we have like school the next day type thing. Like, oh my god.
See, it came out like while we were in college, so it was a situation where it's just like, okay. Let me pause this for a minute and go abuse substances and then I'll come back.
We were still with the shits though, like even when because I remember when Taken King came out, which was a really good expansion for the first Destiny, and I remember having class that day, but I was just like, fuck, I'm about to get to the shits on this. That first level, lovely.
I definitely went to class, so
I went to class, but like I was one of those people where it was like I put on my clothes and then I'm just in front of the TV with the controller.
I would get like a new like weapon, like a new drop on Taken King, and like you could just see on my face in like class or at work the next day where it was just like you were playing Destiny. Yeah, totally worth it.
And I'm ready to go back and play it some more.
Got the Queensbreaker ball.
Yeah, even though like it was oddly enough, like the hard part was like trying to get people for a raid. Before 2, and I do like the fact that they did make it where you can like matchmake with other people to an extent.
Yeah.
Raid, like that raid on Destiny 2, like when you show up on like the thing, right, and they tell you from the beginning, like it's a bunch of Cabal just standing outside of a palace, and you like, I'm gonna pop one of these assholes. Like it was, I told people I was like, I always wonder like. So I have a theory that the voice you thinking and the voice you talking are two different voices. Your Destiny voice is a third voice. It is. When you play Destiny, the voice you thinking changes drastically because you start saying shit you only hear from like people from Miami with no future. Like,
so that's probably like normal for me. is.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I know I was invested into it too.
I got us killed the first raid we did on Destiny 2 because of that shit. We get to the fucking palace raid and you gotta go. One, the shit is completely fucking gold and you like, who fucking does this? And then you go, all right. Then you get up there and they're all like lined up outside as if they don't know you going in there to like kill their leader.
Yeah.
Whatever. So then, like the moment I'm outside, everybody is telling me because it's my first time doing raid. Like, listen, whatever you do, don't shoot one of these guys. The very first thing I do is super jump in the air and like headshot one. And I'm gonna fuck these niggas, bro. And they go, no! And then before you know it, bro, like 80 fucking Cabal, which are already like very, 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 very hard to kill. It's not that they're very hard to kill, they're just so damn resilient. And as opposed to the other species that run up on you in Destiny, like, and then punching them in the face is not the combo. And they don't give a fuck about that shit. Like they act like the way you hit somebody. If you ever hit somebody in a way that you knew, like, all right, this punch is gonna fucking lean this cat. And like seeing that dude just eat that shit, that's how the Cabal are. That's how the fucking Cabal are, bro. Now the story mode was very short, but I thought it was. I understood what they were going for. They didn't want you too wrapped up in the story because the whole point of Destiny is to find your friends and loot.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Which is why I'm really excited about Borderlands 3.
Yes, I just pre-ordered it this morning.
I need to start buying more games again.
Yeah, another thing I liked about the first Destiny was that, and I know we kind of going off about Destiny right now, but I'm just all the memories are just coming back. Like I remember one of my other two cousins, like they had just got the game, and so we had to basically carry them, and we had them doing all the stupid shit.
I mean, listen,
that was like,
there's a lot of strikes on the first Destiny. I was like, man, I fucking hate this shit. I fucking hate this shit. There was nothing compared to the frustration of Omnigul.
Oh my god, the screaming,
the fucking screaming, and then all of a sudden she turned into a fucking squid. Now there's fucking black ink everywhere, and now all these other assholes keep coming out of fucking hallways and shit like that. And there's always this one asshole up here on a fucking turret, like. Then to make it worse, then all of a sudden she gets ridiculously like lethal, like in the last. And then keep in mind, you have her health at like a centimeter for like 20 fucking minutes, and y'all all literally are like taking turns popping supers and shooting this hole in the fucking head.
Exactly, because we had to tell people to go like run out in the hallway before she just kill all of us.
Oh my god, run! Why? Because I can't fucking respawn. Get the fuck out, right?
Just go in the hallway. Hey, whatever you see out there, kill it too.
Good times.
Fucking thrall.
Oh my! I remember. I don't know if you remember like the Secret 3 like servants. And like on like I think it was the moon. I can't remember if it was moon or Earth. And it was basically just like it was servant of the heart, servant of the brain, and servant of I can't remember. But like if you kill one of them, like 1,000 thralls just pop out of nowhere. So we didn't know because it doesn't do anything. It's like just sitting there.
No, it's because bro, like something something always happens, bro. With thrall, it's always at a point in the game where you're like, all right, thank God we barely survived that last thing we just killed together as a team, with superpowered suits and fucking supers and guns and bullets and lasers that we had to dump completely into this last thing to get past it. And all of a sudden, like to make it worse, the thrall are like the zombies on fucking World War Z. They just flat out like 60 of them are on Thriller, right? Like 60 of them are like moving like it's Thriller. Then it's like one in there that's just like, man, fuck this shit. And just hauling ass towards you. You get there, you pop him in the head, and of course, you ever notice that whenever that one comes, you always have to reload, so you ask somebody else to shoot this fucking thrall. And what do? They shoot it in the fucking knees and the chest. They never just pop it in the fucking
They still got
face.
a couple more shots to go until it's actually dead.
And like, what the fuck are you doing?
It run out in front of you, you gotta like
fucking thrall.
Is the thrall? Well, yeah, the thrall probably is the worst out of the group in that game. Like you got the
in
thrall,
Destiny
you got
1, the thrall, the Taken are annoying.
I just thought the Taken looked cool.
They did look cool, but I was just like, this dude is like Shang Tsung. He's just like, all right, your soul's in mine, and now it's a minion. Like, My bad.
Everybody.
How y'all feel about this? Have any of y'all been on this thing, the profoundly thing?
No,
I've seen exactly what people do that. Person.
I've just seen like really thirsty, profoundly, I guess, statements or questions can occur on it.
Basically.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I still don't get it.
I mean, they reinvent the same concept like every 2 years, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't get it either.
I think it was real funny when they said that like they had this thing going around. It was like, in 48 hours, we're gonna reveal everyone who was being anonymous.
That would be the pettiest, greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Funny. Only way that's gonna be funny is if HBCU Confessions does it on Twitter.
Oh my god, HBCU confessions, they're all fucking insane. I saw one today, it was like, I sucked my roommate's dick for like a gram of weed, and everyone's like, a gram? That's it? Like, relax. See?
Well, let me get my ASMR break ready. Because I feel like it's time.
So, can you do that because your fingers are ashy?
My fingers are not ashy, first off.
Wait, how is that? No, I can't pop. You should rub your beard on it.
ASMR break.
Paying to breathe. I have ibuprofen in my inhaler.
So did this become a thing like after that episode?
Yes.
You're gonna choose.
This is your ASMR/mukbang combo.
Son of a fuck.
Please don't. Oh my god. I need you to start your own tales.
Listen, the best part about the ASMR break is that Wayne, who we were doing it in front of, had no idea it was happening.
Yeah, I heard it. He's like, what the fuck are you guys
All of a sudden, he
doing?
goes, "What the fuck is this?"
Because when he was like, I was gone for one time and this happened.
He missed all the fun.
Yeah, bro.
Do we want to get into this whole Kodak versus T.I. saga?
Actually, yeah, because we got the ladies here now. That's perfect.
Okay, fill me in because I don't really follow anything.
All right. So Nipsey Hussle passed.
Yes.
Well, was assassinated, as I'm going with.
I would agree.
Yeah.
He was assassinated, and he Kodak Black and all his Kodakness decides, oh, this is the best time for me to shoot my shot with this man's wife.
His 5 brain cells thought it was smart enough to do.
So
You're giving him 5?
I'll give him 5.
That's very generous.
One like permeates to his like dreads.
So he has like one per dread, just
Yeah.
I assumed Kodak Black was some sort of growth on someone else's body that they separated. And and they thought like, just like,
Like
being
Peter?
without the host would just be like, kill it.
Are you talking about like Family Guy Peter?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But and so he decides to shoot a shot, which is like widely inappropriate.
very
And
Worst timing possible.
worse. I don't think there's
essentially everyone's reaction, like hardcore rappers who literally constantly talk about fucking other niggas' bitches, were like, "Oh no, you didn't, Kodak." And so, particularly T.I., to whom now has become T.I. plus. He has, because Tip been going to the doctor. Have you heard Tip's vocabulary lately? Like it's
Expeditiously,
Yeah.
whatever.
oh listen,
but and erroneously and non-monogamous. Yeah, he's a boss.
listen, bro.
He needs to like produce his own thesaurus.
Like Tip is like on live with the cold sore that he can't get rid of for like the last like 30 years, and going, "It Kodak Black. You need to fix that shit, my nigga." So after he goes, "Fix that shit, my nigga, quick." expeditiously. Like, vehemently. And I mean, we could start going, all right, hey. All right, so don't reach. And he, and when I first saw this, I had no idea what happened. So now what happened is, everyone who I know for a fact, I have heard rhymes about them fucking other niggas. This motherfucker, the game, guy was after Kodak Black about what he said. Yeah. And keep in mind, this nigga's actively going around saying like, oh yeah, I totally fucked Kanye's wife. Fuck the shit out of the bitch.
Yeah,
like,
I remember that.
Yeah. That's the thing. I remember, I guess. I don't really listen to a lot of like rap, but I remember that happening.
And so it's caused an uproar because it's one of those things where if Nipsey was the kind of guy where like it was just like it was just a rapper that got shot, nobody would care. But because it was Nipsey and because what he meant culturally, or what he now means culturally, it's offending a lot of people. Now, don't get me wrong. Kodak Black has no chance with Lauren London. We just
also, I mean, he was accused of rape.
And isn't he on trial for rape right now?
Yeah.
Wait, he is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like.
Yeah, that's why everybody's like, Kodak, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you
like,
just chill. Like, you just giving them evidence right now.
But listen, Kodak just strikes me as the kind of guy that like. The police pull him over. He gets out the car, literally shoots the gun. And then when the police go, what the fuck? He takes all the dope in the trunk and just starts throwing it at the car, at the police car and shit like that. Like I can just see him. Like even every time I hear about Kodak Black getting into trouble, and people are like, "Oh, free Kodak," and mad girls is like, "Free Kodak, I love him." And I'm like, you sure? Because personally. Keep this nigga in. Like, listen, I know that might be...
it was like... Okay, so like for me, when Kodak like first came out, it's like, okay, we have another down south rapper that's like gaining traction, but on top of it, he was Haitian. So like all the Zoes were like, ooh, like we're gonna like pump him up, and then like shit started to happen. I was like, big sigh. Like half the time, it takes me so much work to understand what he's rapping about.
I mean, like, I'm not a huge rap person, period. And so Kodiak. Oh
you made him a bear.
Yeah, Kodak bear. But no, Kodak. So and like I just like everyone in that genre of like
mumble rap.
I never got it. I never got into it. So for me, it makes me never mind. I'm just like, well, whatever. Like I didn't know Kodak Black looked the way he did until like maybe 8 months ago.
Really?
I was confusing him with 21 Savage, who I was confusing with what's the other one?
So you didn't see that freshman freestyle class then. So
it was awful.
I know. So it was like Kodak, Lil Uzi, 21. Who else was it? Like those are the three I can.
Which is crazy because 21's album,
Uzi,
phenomenal.
21,
yeah.
Designer.
That's what I was
like. I forgot what happened to him. Like, what does he do?
Who, Designer?
Yeah. Besides make weird noises.
I mean, he makes music.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything in a while.
So. I'm gonna go ahead and read these lyrics. This is just from the song. This is like an excerpt from the song.
Oh yes. And now because of this, I want the John Cena moment.
All right. Young nigga sticking to the code because I don't condone snitching. I ain't going out like that rapper. I won't do no tipping. Willie said my name on TV. That boy a bold witness. On the news, he TIP'd me. That boy got no feelings. Sue put the poll on Lil Buddy. They said the game's tripping. He was talking about the game when he said that. Old heads ain't hitting no nothing. I say them boys kidding. I want all the smoke out the stove, but I don't even roll Phillies. How the hell you calling me out when you know I don't listen? How you try to put me in timeout when I ain't big boy children? Nigga waiting on me to fall off just like that boy Gilly. Say they'll ride for me till the wheels fall off. I'll be like, oh really? How you tell me what came out my mouth? You don't even know Nipsey. Tiny, that bitch ugly as hell. I don't even want Piggy. I can't beat you niggas at talking. Give me a long sentence. No, I keep that pole and there ain't no hoe. I know some rolling 60s and I'm thugging all on my lonely and I keep Zoes with me.
I only have one thing to say to that. Chair, but make it electric. That's all I gotta say.
And on that note, this has been episode 55. Any closing statements?
Follow us on Grossly Overqualified
Please
on
like Kodak.
Instagram, G Overqualified on Twitter. We just dropped an episode Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
They dropped Thursday.
I've said that before. I don't have a concept of day and time.
It was fun collaborating.
It was fun collaborating.
Happy birthday, Barter6.
Oh, yeah.
And happy birthday, Akon.
Isn't
Yes. Oh, and happy birthday, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Wow, it's my birthday today.
He is 72.
Ooh.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is 72?
Yes,
Wow.
Right, let me tell you what's crazy. I really need a pint of his blood and Magic Johnson's. Like,
I really want to know what Magic Johnson.
oh, that's just.
I want to know the makeup of his blood at this point.
Nah, bro, that's because he got the cure back when it was just 100,000.
Probably. I really do feel.
Shout out Dr. Sebi.
I'm so confused by the fact that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is 73. I'm so confused by that. That
Yeah,
doesn't
bro.
make sense.
Also known as Lou Alcindor.
Signing off.
Bye.
Peace.